Chapter 6, Purple Blood Warrior. What? Spit it out. The man said impatiently. Oh, it's this. My sister handed over 2 bundles of arrows, and in accordance with the clan rules, more rations than this should be obtained. Yi Yun dangled the light bag of grain in the air as he asked with an earnest look, without any hints of interrogating. The man hissed, What clan rules? Being strong is the rule. What I say becomes the rules. The man aggressively said. Yi Yun sneered in his heart. What an idiot. The man's arrogance had led him straight into his trap. Yi Yun gave him a look of injustice, saying, Brother, you may set the rules, but you should let us have something to live by. By saying this, Yi Yun had included that everyone was on board when the man said, Being strong is the rule. What I say are the rules. As it most likely ruffled the feathers of many of them. Immediately after, many people behind Yi Yun could not help but echoed him by saying, Right, bro, I handed over 6 pieces of armor, yet all I got was a tiny amount of rations. I want an explanation as well. Why are there so few rations this time? We want to know too. I'm an old person with a family to feed. This amount of rations isn't enough. The people of the Lian tribal clan had endured misery all this time. They had the intention to revolt against the tribal clan leadership, but due to the differences in strength and them being without a leader, none of them stood forward. But with Yi Yun's provocation, they could no longer sit idle. The man's countenance fell. He did not expect that a kid's words would cause such a disturbance amongst the crowd. Seeing the situation escalate, he was beginning to lose control over it. All of you shut the fuck up. The man roared. But his roar was severely limited. Give us an explanation. We want an explanation. Why are there so few rations? Laws fail when violators are legion. Usually, the first person who jumps forward would receive special care. But with the situation escalating, everyone gained courage. Just as the situation was about to go out of control, a clear voice rang out. You want an explanation? I'll give you one. This sound contained an amorphous energy, instantly silencing the chaotic situation. Everyone traced the source of the sound, only to see a silver-armored lad with a long sword in hand, walking over. It's young Master Lian Chengyu. Lian Chengyu. Seeing this lad, everyone was surprised. Lian Chengyu was the person in the tribe who was most likely to become a purple blood warrior. Lian Chengyu's talent was apparently comparable to a large tribe's genius. If the Lian tribal clan produced a purple blood warrior, everything would be different. The day that happened, Lian Chengyu could support the entire tribal clan. If Lian Chengyu went one step further and impressed a powerful tribe, he definitely would have the means to bring the entire Lian tribe into the city. To many in the tribe, being able to live in a city would be heavenly. To be able to build a city in the wilderness was too difficult, as it would be an easy target, filled with humans, for big and strong desolate beasts to attack. Without human experts backing the city, the desolate beasts would easily trample it. Many experts were located in every human city. With a thick high wall and a long heritage, the city was protected, leaving humans to survive safely within the city walls. With sufficient food sources, they did not need to fear starvation nor the threats of the beasts. Who didn't want to live such a pleasant life? Lian Chengyu was the Lian tribal clan's hope. His position within the tribe had already exceeded the patriarch at EMS. When Lian Chengyu came forward, everyone fell silent. Grandpa. Lian Chengyu first acknowledged the tribal patriarch, who was the yellow-robed elder. Ah, Chengyu, since you have stepped forward, I will leave it to you. In the tribe, many men married at the age of 16. So a 17-year-old Lian Chengyu was well qualified to take charge. Lian Chengyu didn't say a word to the tribe at first. Instead, he faced Yi Yun with a meaningful smile. You are Yi Yun, right? Yi Yun's eyebrows jumped. The first thing Lian Chengyu said to the tribe was towards him, and although it was one of smiles, Yi Yun could sense the danger behind it. Yi Yun instigated the unrest of the people, and he had tried his best to make it appear unintentional. Whether intentional or not, As the tribe leader TMS representative, Lian Shengyu was highly likely to attack him. Not bad for a 12-year-old. You don't seem like a child, you might one day amount to something big. Lian Shengyu chuckled as he patted Yi Yun on the shoulder nonchalantly. Many in the crowd were surprised that a person of Lian Shengyu's stature had taken the initiative to pat the shoulder of a commoner. Also, this praise was extremely noteworthy. Lian Shengyu actually said that this poor kid could amount to something big. Is that possible? Although they were in disagreement, since those were words from Lian Shengyu's mouth, they had nothing better to say. To them, this young man must have lucked out for him to be appreciated by young Master Lian. He might even be given some henchman position of young Master Lian in the future. That was a position many dreamed of. Young Master has thought too highly of me. Yi Yun smiled stiffly, but he felt tightness in his heart. He was constantly on high alert ever since the moment he met Lian Shengyu. He had felt a numbness on his shoulder, followed by a warmth that spread through his shoulder before almost instantly disappearing when Lian Shengyu patted him. If Yi Yun wasn't sharp and on high alert, he would have thought that the feeling was an illusion, or thought that it was due to nervousness when Lian Shengyu patted him on the shoulder. What did this Lian guy want? Could there be some trick, a broken bar? Yi Yun didn't believe that Lian Shengyu would pat him on the shoulder in front of everyone, or compliment him for nothing. To him, Lian Shengyu's gaze was full of enmity. Give them some rations. Lian Shengyu turned to the man in charge of handing out the food and spoke. Even though Jiang Xiaoru was still young, she should be taken care of for another 2 years, not starved to death. Yes, young master. The man answered. Although he was unwilling after having been tricked by Yi Yun, he had to obey Lian Shengyu's orders. The man hesitated for a moment before handing over a 25-kilogram sack of grain to Yi Yun. Yi Yun became even more vigilant but displayed a look of gratefulness. He accepted the bags and disingenuously said, "Thank you, young master." Although he was verbally grateful, Yi Yun was raring to beat Lian Shengyu up. The food that belonged to Jiang Xiaoru as a result of her hard work of making arrows could have been exchanged for a piece of meat, but all they got was a bag of grain. They even had to be thankful. It was preposterous. Being inferior in capability resulted in being inferior in everything. In this world, strength was the truth. I so want to give him 2 panda eyes. Yi Yun thought but displayed a flawless poker face. Seeing Yi Yun collect 2 to 3 months' worth of food, the others were all full of envy and jealousy. But since it was awarded by Lian Shengyu, they did not dare say anything except, "Young Master Lian, can you explain to us why there are so few rations today?" "Yeah, young Master Lian should stand up for us." Lian Shengyu already stood on the stage, smiling at everyone. It was as if the compliment he gave to Yi Yun was nothing, and he was no longer interested. With a smile, he said, "My fellow tribe members, you have worked hard for all these years." Lian Shengyu did not go straight to the point with his first sentence, but used it to quell the masses. To Yi Yun, this was a clumsy tactic, but with Lian Shengyu's stature, those words had already made the poor flattered. "You want an explanation, I'll give you an explanation. Bring it up." Lian Shengyu waved his hands and 6 men behind him lifted up a large wooden box up with wooden poles. Yi Yun remembered that A.S. Lord Tati left behind this box after receiving the weapons and armors. This must be something from the large tribe. "Open it." Lian Shengyu ordered. It was impossible to conceal the item inside the box. To refine it, a lot of labor would be required. 2 big men pried the box open in front of everyone. When the box opened, gorgeous light with beautiful patterns emitted from it. The crowd exclaimed in disbelief. They had never seen such a scene before. Lian Shengyu went forward and, using a red rock, waved it along the glowing light streams. The light streams rippled in reaction before slowly disappearing. In an instant, chilly air poured out.